No visit to Fortnum's would be complete without a taste of our famous Scotch egg. Popularised in 1738 as a snack for travellers departing from our store, it has been an iconic Fortnum's product ever since. This perfect mix of jammy egg encased in seasoned pork, rolled in breadcrumbs, is a thing of beauty that cannot be improved. Or can it? Each episode, we invite a guest to our food and drink studio to give us their take on this iconic dish. We'll hear a little bit about their career and the inspiration behind their version before heading to the kitchen to sample it, where we'll decide whether to serve or swerve. This week, we're excited to welcome Mike Keane, whose passion for our evolutionary food journey brings a fresh perspective to this classic. Mike, thank you for coming in.
You're welcome. Hello.
Shall we head in?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mike, your work centres on ancestral and indigenous food trends.
Yes.
So what really drew you to that subject?
It was a trip to Greenland. I'd heard about these kind of weird and wonderful types of fermentation that they perform and live on up there. It was really that, and that my background as a chef, where you're kind of indoctrinated into 5 a day and everything's got to go in the fridge and be in the correct temperature and all that. And then here you are in this really super hostile environment, and all those rules go out the window. But the people who live off this food are super healthy. That just tipped me down that rabbit hole, and I haven't looked back.
What diets have you tried as part of your research then?
Well, I was kayaking in Greenland solo from south to north, and I was just on a traditional Inuit diet, so just pure seal, whale, walrus, reindeer and fish, and that was it. So I didn't touch a single piece of veg or fruit for 4 months, and had full medical tests and blood tests, genetics, everything. And at the end of it, I was the healthiest I've ever been.
What else, as well as fermented foods, would you say that we could learn from indigenous communities?
For several 100,000 years, we were eating just purely what was within 5 or 10k of where we lived. It was single or dual ingredient meals, so it wasn't anything fancy at all. It was just raw or fermented or cooked food, and grains, meat or fish, and that was it for like 99.9% of our evolutionary time on the earth. So for us to be now putting chemicals and synthetic stuff and the hormones and antibiotics in our food is a real problem, and you can see it by general health crises that are prevalent today. How
has all of your work helped you perhaps to reinterpret the Scotch egg today?
Scotch egg and a sausage roll, they're like the iconic iconic bar food in the great English pub, which is such a fantastic tradition. And Scotch egg is amazing, but it can be done really badly. It's a bit kind of marmite-y. You can get if you've got a bad Scotch egg, you rarely go back to having the Scotch egg. And do it well, and if you can, make it yourself, or come into Fortnum's and buy it, obviously.
How have you reinterpreted it today then?
There's a million different ways you can do the classic Scotch egg. So my way is influenced a lot by what I talk about and what I'm researching now. So on my little homestead in Suffolk, I've got a whole bunch of quail. So we're using quail eggs instead of a hen's egg. And I also shoot the pigeons that eat a lot of the crops and stuff on the homestead again. So we've got a pigeon and quail egg Scotch egg. So the pigeon meat is going around the outside, quail egg inside, so it's a lot smaller than your classic Scotch egg. It's a great little canapé. And I've done a hollandaise as well with it, just as a nice little dip. A little bit of extra lemon juice to give it a bit of a zing. But
Oh, that sounds very tempting. So have you made it before, a traditional Scotch egg, or this version you've made us today?
I've made quite a few different varieties. Actually in Greenland I've made a seagull egg with seal meat around the outside, which I'm not sure if it's ever been done before. but this one here, I haven't made this one before actually, no. I've done lots of quail eggs, Scotch eggs, normally with the chicken meat around the outside, chicken mousseline. So this is the first with my own shot pigeons. Yeah, very exciting.
It's time to put your Scotch egg to the test. Let's head to the kitchen and see whether it's a serve or a swerve. Go. Is there anything special about what you're serving them on?
Oh, okay. Yes, well, we've got egg cups, which are the standard egg cup, but these two ceramic things here, this one was made by a potter in Greenland, and this stone was one I found on my kayak trip.
So let's have a taste and decide whether we're going to serve or swerve.
Woo!
Yeah, that's just so
That's a relief.
fresh. This is like so different to any other Scotch egg.
It's not too dry as well. Again, it can often be quite dry, but because we've got that mascarpone cheese in the mix with the pigeon, it kept it nice and moist. And obviously with the holidays, a little bit sharpness in there as well, I think works quite well.
Now we've tasted it, is there anything you would do differently again?
Without sounding too big-headed, I think I'd probably keep that as it is.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Is there anything upcoming that our viewers will see you in soon?
Loads of things coming up. I've got a documentary coming out in September. Hopefully it'll be on screens sometime after that. And I'm also writing a book. So yeah, you'll be fed up with me pretty soon.